That's right. And righteousness come from y'all anyway. That's what makes me clean. I love that, man. I love that. All right, Romans 1, verse 1. And we're about done. And again, I think y'all for hanging with me again. And let me preach again. Start this thing off again. I thank y'all. Be back on the pulpit to speak the Dareen to my brothers, my sisters in TV land. I'm back. Y'all better take heed. And this time I've been out for a while. Y'all straight been talking to me. So we got a lot of work to do, TV land. My brothers and my sisters here in the house of Yah. So there's a lot of work to be done. All right, Romans chapter 1, verse 25 down. It says right here, who created the truth of Yah into a lie, who changed the truth of Yah into a lie, and worship and serve the creature more than their creator, who is blessed forever. For this cause Yah gave them to a vow of affection, for even their women did change the natural use unto that which is against nature, and likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burn in their lust, one towards another, men with men, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error which was met. I like that. Men and men working which is unseemly. This is what y'all said, unseemly. So they think it's right. That is unseemly. Verse 28. And even as they did not like to retain Yah in their knowledge, Yah gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient. And that same verse goes to 2 Thessalonians, what I shared with you, to give it a strong delusion. Same thing. Verse 29. Being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceitful, making whisper, backbiting, haters of Yah, despiteful, proud, boasters, inventors of evil things. A lot of people don't think about the inventors of evil things. Disobedient to parents, without understanding, covenant breakers, without natural affection, implacable, unmerciful, who knowing the judgment of Yah, that they which committed such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them, have pleasure in them that do them. Verse chapter 2. Therefore you are excusable, O man. Look at that. This is what Paul's saying. Excusable, O man, chapter 2. Whosoever you are that judges, wherein thou judgest another, thou condemnest yourself, for thou that judgest does the same thing. But we are assured that the judgment of Yah is according to the truth against them which commit such things. And thinkest thou this, O man, thou judgest them which do such things, and doest the same, talking about doing the same, that thou shalt escape the judgment of Yah? See, we're not going to escape. Servant of sin is not going to escape. The servants of sin is not going to escape the judgment of Yah. Or despise the riches of his goodness and forbearance and long suffering, not knowing that the goodness of Yah leadeth you to repentance. The goodness of Yah, repentance. I like that. Verse 5. But after your hardness and penitent heart, treasure up unto yourself wrath against the day of wrath, and revelation of the righteous judgment of Yah, who will render to every man according to his deeds. Render to every man according to his deeds, verse 7. To them who by patience continue in well-doing seek for glory and honor and morality, eternal life, but unto them that are contentious and that do not obey the truth, but obey unrighteousness and indignation and wrath, tribulation and anguish upon every soul of man that do evil, of the Jew first and also to the Gentiles. I want you to get that. To the Jew first, on to the Gentiles. Always be the Jew first. Verse 11, verse 10. But glory and honor and peace to every man that worketh good, to the Jew first, also the Gentile. Remember that again. They want to think it's the Gentile first. It's not the Gentile first. It's always going to be Yachadim first. Remember that. T-Land to you too. It's to us first, then to the Gentile. You got it twisted. All right? Verse 11. For there is no respecter of person with Yah. For as many as have sinned without law shall also perish without the law. And as many as sinned in the law shall be judged by the law. For not the hearer of the law are just before Yah, but the doers of the law shall be justified. For when the Gentiles which have not the law do by nature the things contained in the law, these having not the law are a law unto themselves, which shew the works of the law written in their hearts. Their conscience also bear witness, and their thoughts that meanwhile accusing of or else excusing one another. In the day when y'all shall judge the secret of men by Yeshua the Messiah according to my gospel, the secret thing. Verse 17, behold, you are called a Jew and resist in the law and makest the boast of Yah, and knowest his will and approvest the things that are more excellent, being instructed out of the law, and are confident that you yourself are a guide of the blind and a light of them which are in darkness, and instructor of the foolish and a teacher of babes, which has the form of knowledge and of the truth in the law. You therefore which teachest another, teachest thou not yourself. You that preachest a man should not steal, doest thou steal. You that sayest a man should not commit adultery, dost thou commit adultery. You that abhorrest idols, do thou commit scourging. You that makest the boast of the law, through breaking the law, dishonors you Yah. For the name of Yah is blasphemy among the Gentiles through you, as is written. All right, I'll start right there. This is a little bit what Apostle Paul was talking about. He's talking to a lot of the Jews and the Gentiles. And he's talking about how y'all still going to judge us first, and then you're going to judge the Gentiles according to your deeds and your ways. And he's talking about if you're going to judge them, then you better not be doing it. A lot of times they judging already, they doing the same thing. A lot of times they can't say nothing, so they keep their mouth shut.
Yeah, that's why they're ashamed.
They're ashamed. There you go. That's 90% of them.
And they wait for them to call
you know what I'm saying?
Call you out,
you know what I'm saying? That's why they're ready you call, because you call them out. But when somebody condense with y'all, they can't say nothing. They shut up and go hide. You know? Because they dim. And I like that where y'all told about the Gentiles, verse 14. For when the Gentiles which have not the law do by natural the things contained in the law, these have not the law, but are a law unto themselves. You know, and I like that when he's talking about the dude in the 1 Corinthians, I think it's chapter 5, when the dude wanted his father's wife, you know what I'm saying? And the city already knew that was wrong. You know, they were going to judge him. And they already know the law, the conscience already in their heart. You know, they already know our laws, man. Because y'all already gave them a conscience was good and right anyway, man. Back in the day, man, they already knew that, man. That's why I love the story about in Mizraim, the one that wanted to have Abraham's wife, Sarah. You know, that's why he said, she's my sister, because they already know. Pharaoh already know he's going to take them out. Once he's dead, that means he can marry her. You know what I'm saying? Even the Gentiles had right laws. You know, he knew he couldn't marry her. She was another man's wife. That's why he left. I'll take you out first, then I can marry you. Then it's all good. Just like Ahab with Naboth's vineyard. Jezebel had him killed. So if he's dead, that means I can take the vineyard. Y'all stop that before you even went that way. Y'all told Elijah, go meet him by the way. Meet him before you get there. You know what I'm saying? All right, last scripture. James chapter 2. What are you laughing, Elder?
Last scripture.
Was that last scripture? What? All right. James chapter 2, verse 1 down. My brother, have not the faith of the Yah. See, right? Yeah. Yeah, right. My brother, have not the faith of our Elohim, Yahushua Mashiach, the Elohim of Yah, of Kavod glory, with respect of person. For there come unto you a assembly of men with a good ring and a goodly apparel, and they come and also a poor man in a vile raiment, and you have respect to him that weareth the gay clothing, and say unto him, sit thou here in a good place, and you say unto the poor, stand you here, or sit here under my footstool. Are you not then partial in yourself, and are become judge of evil thoughts? Hearken my beloved brethren, have not Yah chosen the poor of this world, the rich in faith, and heirs of the kingdom which he hath promised to them that love him? But you have despised the poor. Do not rich men oppress you and draw you before the judgment seat? Do not they blaspheme that worthy name by which you are called? If you fulfill the royal law according to the scripture, thou shalt love your neighbors as thyself, you do well. But if you have respect of person, you commit sin, and are convinced of the law of transgressor. For whosoever shall keep the whole law and yet offend one point, he is guilty of all. For he that said, do not commit adultery, said also, do not kill. Now if thou commit no adultery, yet if thou kill, thou art become a transgressor of the law. So speak ye, and so do, as they that shall be judged by the law of liberty. For he shall have judgment without mercy, and have showed no mercy, and mercy rejoices against judgment. Alright, now start right there. Again, verse 11. For he that says, do not commit adultery, said also, do not kill. Now if you commit no adultery, yet if thou kill, thou art become a transgressor of the law. So no matter what you're doing, you are offended. You know, and like I said, you are a servant of sin. Amen. You continue to sin, you are a servant of sin. And like I said, that's why I was talking about the servant of sin and the beginning of sin. You know, and like I said, if you sin, you like your father the devil, point blank. You from the beginning. So like I said, stop sinning. That's the whole point y'all said. Y'all gave you the Dabarine, y'all gave you the Rock of this, you got a chance, you want to get your sins off, you gave you baptism, then you gave you the Dabarine, you gave your elders, you gave your brothers, you gave your sisters to help you continue not to walk in sin. But you don't want to take the avenue. You rather go back to Babylon. You rather live out in the world. You think it's a lot better than y'all. You think y'all's law is grievous. You think y'all's ways is hard. But it's not. But you choose death. But y'all want you to choose life. You choose life through Yahusha by being obedient. Right? Alright. Open the tables for salvation. TV land again. You heard something in the scriptures right here what we spoke about, and it pricked your heart, and you're not clean and you want to be washed by the blood, you give me a call. We discuss the scriptures more, and then you be baptized in Yahushua's name, only his name. You know, that's the only name, that's the only saving arbor that we have. You know, it's our Redeemer, and that's our atonement for our souls. You must be born again of the water and the Spirit. There's no other way to the kingdom. If you go some other way, you're a thief and a robber. He don't call you a thief and a robber. All right? Again, I bless everybody, to all my pastors in India, Bishop Kaduri, Pastor Jacob, Pastor Colston, Pastor Cabela. I say salutations. The Bishop says hello. And all pastors in Burundi, Pastor Desiree, Pastor John Cloud, Pastor Jonathan, Pastor Israel, Pastor Abraham, Pastor Claver, Pastor Albert. I know I got more pastors than that, brothers and sisters. I say shalom, Brother David. I seen the way he worshiped the other day in the house of Yah. I commend him on that. I love the way he worshiped Yah like that. Brother David and Brother Burundi, say salutations to you. May I bless everybody on Shabbat. May y'all bless thee and keep thee. May y'all make your face shine upon thee, be gracious to thee. May y'all do this come upon you and give you peace in Yahushua's name. May y'all make you ride on a high place of earth and keep your head to your cold, with the head of Joseph with the head of Abraham. From the mouth of y'all spoken it. From the mouth of y'all spoken it in Yahushua's name. Amen, amen. All right. Let's get ready for the supper. Woo, boy.